All right, welcome back. Now, we have a title fight coming up. This is a title fight in the flyweight division, right? It has basically already been announced. From what I understand, they've already sent Valentina Shevchenko the contract. She just hasn't signed it yet. And that's why Manon sent out that tweet saying, hey, hurry up and sign the contract. That is the only big time title fight that we have coming up. In the position that WMMA is in right now, they need strong title fights. When you're at the ground level, the way WMMA is right now, and it's not really getting any better. Every single card, you got people jumping on, throwing dirt on whatever female fights were on the card. Okay, and this is very consistent, especially with the help of the Porky degenerate MMA guru. Okay, y'all gotta firmly understand that. He is 100% against women even fighting and does nothing but basically mock every single fight that goes down. So at this point, not only do you need quality fights, but when you have standout fights like title fights, you need them to be major, respectable title fights. The only way you can make that possible is to have worthy contenders, strong, respected contenders. You don't cross your stupid, degenerate fingers and hope that prospects get knocked off, you doofus. All of you doofuses out there. And I'm going to be going into crash out addict mode. I'm going to be in and out on this one too. So the witchcraft is going to be popping here. Because y'all have really conjured up a spirit in me. And I'm about to let you have it. Because you're idiots. What benefit is there to lose prospects? How does that benefit anything? If you're one of these people, tell all of us, how does it benefit and who does it benefit to lose prospects? And I'm saying that because I forgot to finish this post left by this degenerate. He said, her striking is bad. Finally, hype train derailed and exposed. Huh? You sitting back with your fingers crossed in hopes that a undefeated fighter, at least in the UFC, with an unmatched stoppage ratio, you sitting back in hopes that she loses to somebody like Vivi, who's doing horribly right now? For what? That does not help to grow anything. The sport, and it does not grow people's respect for female fights. It only helps people to lose respect for female fights because in their mind they start to think, oh, well, you can't even rely on a chick having a strong win streak. They're all still so faulty that they can just lose to anybody. They have no consistency. Right? It doesn't help anything or anyone. And again, many of us are paying for these events. We're paying our hard-earned cash for these events, which means it works against the paying public to have fights on the card that's not respected. It hurts you, the paying public. If you got fights on the card where you decide this is a good time to take a lunch break, a smoke break, The fight itself doesn't even, it's not even appealing enough for you to sit and watch it. And you got your fingers crossed in hopes that what few prospects that emerge, you're hoping that they lose? For what? You're idiots. You are public enemy number one. All of you on this channel, you're public enemy number one. And I'm like a sniper on the roof, and I'm waiting to pick y'all off like clockwork. Boy, I'm ready to get cooking right now. The stove is hot, burning hot. Finally, hype train derailed. Boy, the only time I personally would support the idea of a fighter with a lot of hype around them who's undefeated, the only way I would hope that they would take an actual loss is if they've been given undeserved benefits, gift decisions, undeserved movement in the rankings, because it would all be done at the expense of other fighters, better fighters. Only in that scenario would I hope that a undefeated fighter working their way up through the rankings actually loses. Where it's undeniable, you got gift decisions, you're unfairly being bumped up in the rankings, you getting easy fights and all this kind of stuff. Other than that, there's no reason to hope that a prospect gets knocked off. None at all. So, I wanted to take a look at the remaining prospects, the ones that we have left. And as you see in the title, this is how I operate. Because again, we need big title fights, major title fights. The best possible title fights are the ones where the contender has not lost. But the world is full of so many haters, and people's hate are so unhinged. They wish for the contender's downfall before they are even in the top 5. Manon, thankfully, made it up there without taking an L. You know what that means? You know what that translates into for us? A respected title fight. That's what. It would be even more respected and anticipated if Manon had all stoppages. So what am I doing? I'm pointing out that it's better for the paying public to wish the best for these contenders. The problem is the average person is too much of an insecure degenerate who goes through life wishing the worst for others. Low-life, insecure, loser degenerates. So thankfully, Manon made it up there without taking an L. Now we have an interesting title bout. Can Valentina, now this would have even been better had Shevchenko not taken that L. So here at the same time, I'm thankful that Manon made it up without taking the L, and I'm sort of remorseful that Shevchenko had already taken the L. I would prefer this to be an undefeated champion, against an undefeated contender. In situations like that, man, I will actually pay full price for the pay-per-view event. It's a higher quality event. Only a racist, degenerate, dirtbag devil would wish for the demise of a contender just because they black. God, I hate these people. I hope I've made it clear as to why I hate these people's guts. They need to jump off a building somewhere. Y'all are horrible for the sport. Y'all are horrible for everything. All because of your degenerate, deranged hatred. You make everything worse. Even MMA. We need fighters to do well in order to get big time title fights. The big time title fights is what grabs the public's attention. That's what gets you respect. Let's look at another example. Your girl Ronda Rousey was an individual who did very well. And an individual doing very well, a whole bunch of other girls did very well. Opened the door for several, literally made jobs, created career paths for more women. Many women wasn't even thinking about being an MMA fighter till they saw Ronda Rousey. So because she did well as an individual, everybody did well. Everybody did better. Even fighters in different divisions. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, for example, got more exposure because Ronda Rousey was doing so well. They became friends. A lot of times you saw Ronda Rousey, you see Joanna right there with him. A lot of girls ate off the popularity of Ronda Rousey, and low-key still do. A lot of the hype surrounding Kayla Harrison today, she needs to thank the hype created by Ronda Rousey. Isn't that right? So, to all the fighters, I wish the best for all of you. But especially those of you who are undefeated. I'm not wishing for your demise. I'm saying go. Keep going. Stay. That's the only way you're going to increase respect. Because a lot of men are seeing that a big problem with the women is inconsistency. I don't want to see a fighter who's doing very well and actually broken records, especially getting stoppages. I don't want to see your demise before you fight for the strap. Again, you just got to be a deranged individual. So we lost last night. We lost at flyweight in the UFC one of the prospects, Karine Silva. And when I say we lost one of the prospects, the only thing I mean is that we lost the possibility of an undefeated contender fighting for the strap. Karine may very well earn herself a title shot one day. She just won't be doing it as an undefeated fighter. By undefeated, I mean undefeated in the UFC. If she were undefeated again, it would make for a much bigger and much more respected title fight. These people are foolish. Like, why would you wish the worst for something you're paying for? Why would you wish that the quality of what you're paying for decreases? If you're trying to get the most bang for your bucks, you want contenders to do well. You don't want no fighter with a record like Araujo popping up getting no title shot. You big goofy. Here, Araujo can't even get on a 3-fight win streak. You want fighters like that to be pop up? Those type of fighters turn around and get a title shot. Ain't nobody going to be interested in that. That's going to increase the chances people going to mock it. And you're going to hear more people saying WMMA is a joke. What is Ira Ujo doing getting a title shot. It's nothing personal. It's all based on how you're doing. So I don't care. Maybe the majority of people who do this are very young. If so, we're going to sort of expedite your maturity. Thanks to social media and the internet, we're going to sort of rush you along in growing up. That's not how it's done. You don't wish for lower quality title fights. Erin Blanchfield lost her undefeated record. I wasn't throwing no party about that. Was unfortunate. And that's the case with all of them. When who's the Mexican girl? I think she's at Fly. When she got knocked out by Denise Gomez, I told y'all, I'm like, man, that was depressing. And that was only her second professional fights. I tried to align the stars from the very beginning, as soon as they make their debut or before they make their debut. And I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. What's that girl's name? I forgot her name already, man. The Mexican girl. And she's fighting a flyweight. See, they don't have her up here. Yasmin Jauregui. She had buzz in her debut. It was a good debut. Real good debut. And then in her very next fight, she got knocked out. Lost the prospect there. She still might get a title shot, but she won't be doing it as an undefeated fighter. That hurts the division, WMMA, everything. And that's not good. It's not good for my money value either. Okay, I want the most bang for my buck. Prospects getting knocked off, I'm losing bang for my buck. Okay, so understand where I stand. This is not about being a fanatic of any of these fighters either. At the end of the day, this is about getting maximum bang for my buck. That happens with strong title fights. Strong title fights happen when you get respected contenders, not contenders up there with records like Viviane Araújo. Do you understand? Are we clear? Best of luck to Wang Kong, or however you pronounce it. From what I understand, her name is pronounced Wang or something. The C is silent or the W is silent. Listen, I'm pronouncing the way look. I'm English. I'm American. The best of luck to Wang Kong. Wang Kong, when she strikes, looks like something out the Matrix. She's like a dude. She looks incredible. Just like on the mat, Karine Silva looks incredible. Okay, hopefully her ground game takedown defense, talking about Wang Kong, hopefully her ground game takedown defense is good enough to get her to be a title contender without taking an L. Without taking an L. Okay? And look, I don't think there's any more undefeated fighters at flyweight. Just Wang Kong. Okay? So we have to do what? We got to work with fighters who's already taken an L. So, Karine Silva. Hopefully, she can patch up her game, but I don't think she's going to be able to. She looks like she's pretty settled in, but we'll see. We've seen fighters make improvements later on in their career before. Hopefully, she can get back to her old self. Okay? Not many women are able to have stoppage streaks. Hopefully, Weili Zhang can get back to her old ways where she was having stoppage streaks. See, I'm not like these sick, degenerate racists. I'm not going to wish the worst or just because she's Chinese. I'm not Rose Namajunas type. God, you degenerates will have no influence on my channel and feel so good. I'm going to rub it all up in your face. All up in your face. And I can do that. I can be unbiased and still be, as proud of a black American as it can possibly get. Showing the young people how it's done. Hopefully Wayne Kong can do this. Girl, and get some stoppages. Keep getting stoppages like you did with Victoria Leonardo. Light these broads up. Get yourself a title shot. All right? More bang for my buck. Now, no more undefeated fighters. I'm saying, same with Eduardo Mora. This was her flyweight debut. Now remember, I was behind Mora when she made her strawweight debut. I'm like, okay, wow. She had a strong debut, hurt somebody or something like that. So far, she's undefeated at flyweight. Hopefully, she can keep this going. Right? Get yourself a stoppage next time. But look at here. You got to do better than what you did in that fight. Like I said, she needs to take that. Her and her team need to look at that fight as a loss. Veronica Hardy. Right? I mean, you really got to be extremely childish to wish, these fighters who doing well lose. Like, what do you have then? Okay, what's the result of that? And other than that, look, flyweight division is a strong division, but like I've been saying for a while, it's primarily a strong division at the top of it. Okay, at the very top. And right now, it don't look like that many girls have found, a sort of fighting niche, a style that's difficult for the vast majority of other fighters, sort of like what Manon has done. Yeah, and that's just what it is. Dominance is hard to dominate. It's hard to be a dominant fighter. Miranda Maverick, but now she's one of them who I could possibly see going on to, develop, to do well and fight for a title because she's so young. A lot of these fighters is real young. Like I said, we're looking at them at age 20, early 20s. They look a lot different once they're in their late 20s, early 30s. Okay, same with Jasmine Jasudavicius. Right now, they strike me as fighters with real raw talent, haven't really settled into their prime years. Like as another person pointed out, Viviane Araújo is like 37 years old. 37. I'm not rooting for the older fighter with no win streaks who always taking L's over the younger fighter with a really record-breaking type of win streak. That is not going to benefit the division. No disrespect to Viviane Araújo. Amanda Ribas. Now, Amanda Ribas, she is my BMF. Right? She's my BMF. I love watching her fight. She's always bringing the heat. She's not going to be no boring fighter. She's going to go after you. Whoever you are, she's going to make you fight. But I don't see Amanda becoming a title contender. If she does, good. But I don't see that happening. The same is the case with these other fighters. Right? A lot of them, I don't think their head is in it. Natalia Silva is one of those gems. She's one of the flyweight gems. And look, even with Macy Barber, she seems to, I don't know about anybody else, but it looks to me like Macy Barber has kind of found her a formula. She has sort of found a formula. I don't like, okay, look, a good, solid 6-fight win streak for Macy Barber. It's taken a while for some of us to get over her loss or losses to Roxanne, and then immediately after that, lost again to Alexa Grasso. Just to remind people, she is on a 6-fight win streak, might be undeserving to be on a 6-fight win streak. A lot of people feel like she lost to Miranda Maverick. Speaking of Miranda Maverick, like I said, she's doing pretty well as well. But look, is there anybody who's wishing on the demise of Macy Barber? I'm not. She's off, even though she's got some losses in that division. She has a strong enough win streak where Barber will make a quality contender if she can pull it off. If she could win her next fight impressively, and I don't know, she might get thrown another one. She'll make a solid, respectable contender. We wouldn't be able to say that if she was littered with losses all up here. It would be even more of a joke of a title fight. Do you understand what I'm saying? It does not help to have, unworthy title contenders. But if you're wishing for everybody's demise, that's what you're going to eventually have. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know how I'm running things over here. You all have the ability to make your own videos, make your own channels, and say whatever else you want to say. But this is how I'm running the channel over here. If you're doing well, good. Best of luck to you. See, most of you ain't got the balls to be that humane. Most of you a bunch of degenerates. Same with Tatiana Suarez. Nothing but the best wishes for Tatiana Suarez. And I'm glad she's made it up, staying up there undefeated. And what does that mean for us? That if they announce Weili versus Suarez, that is a respectable title fight. That's a sigh of relief. You let out a sigh like, oh, finally, we got a strong, interesting. Now, none of us like Suarez inactivity, which is, of course, not her fault. We wish she could have been more active. One thing we don't want to see Suarez get in there and look bad because of ring rust or cage rust. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But she's undefeated, and that makes for a better quality, more respected title fight. Some of you're so blinded by your bias and racism and your deranged goofiness, you wish against the best, even for your own dumb selves. Right? So shout out to Tatiana Suarez. And Macy Barber has put together a pretty good win streak for herself. Miranda Maverick, Montana De La Rosa, Jessica Ai, who was a former title contender, Andrea Lee, former Invicta champion, Andrea Lee. That was a split decision. A lot of people thought Andrea Lee won that fight too. Amanda Ribas. See, even with Macy Barber, I wish she had won these fights by unanimous or stoppage. It would make for a better title fight. It has nothing to do with being a fanboy. I don't understand why more people can't separate their personal emotions or opinions about the fighter's character from the function of the fighter as a fighter based on their record and their rankings. Right? Because that's where the value for your money is. Give me the best possible fights. Give me the best, especially the best possible title fights. Nothing but the best. So, Rose, now she's taken 2 L's so far since she's come to flyweight. Most people feel like Rose is not going to do too well. I don't like the way she looks. I don't like her at flyweight. She's not a flyweight. She's not a flyweight. And I don't like what Pat Barry is doing with her. Just got her in the wrong division, and I don't like the way she's moving. So I don't expect her to be a no title contender. I don't expect Rose to fight for the strap. But if she does, it's Rose. We've been there, done that. We've seen that, and it won't be as exciting. Same with Erin Blanchfield. Unfortunately, she's taking the L, and what makes it a little worse is the way she lost to Manon. She lost to her in such a way where I don't think she'll ever be able to defeat Manon. That southpaw stance of Manon. Manon has mastered left jab, right cross, left hook, check hook, the boxing fundamentals. And it's just too much for Erin. She cannot get past that jab. If she does, she runs right into that straight right hand. She runs right into that check hook, or Manon is up out of there. That's just a style that is, it's too much for Erin. But aside from that, I would still be happy seeing Aaron fight for the strap, fight Valentina Shevchenko. Why? Because she's done so well aside from that fight. Boy, I cannot believe people have degenerated to the point where they just wish bad on people just because you're a degenerate and a loser and your life is in the dumps itself. Lord, why has humanity deteriorated that much where fools just out here just wishing bad on people just for nothing? Just blindly. Manon Fiorot, good for you, girl, but you need some more stoppages. You need some more stoppages. That would be much better. But look, I'm not going to complain. It's tough division. It's tough to be dominant. Manon, a lot of people not giving her credit for what she's done, okay? But it's hard. It's so difficult to win by unanimous decision, to be on the win streak that she's on. No split decisions. That's the thing to separate her from these other fighters, okay? She has incredible control over the fight. Give it up. Give it up to Manon, man. No matter what you think, she displays incredible control of the fight. She does not allow her opponents to put her in no compromised position. She does very well at that. And remember, I believe her worst look was against Rose in the later rounds. But remember, that was a headbutt. It was a headbutt that caused that. So after that happened, I think Manon was fighting in a way to sort of also protect her head. And also it's annoying and it can mess with you. It can mess with your mentality, your focus. You got blood, all that blood run down on your face. And it's bad optics. But remember, that was caused by a headbutt. Tremendous, tremendous control of the fight. And when you in there with such diverse opponents, that's just difficult to do. Aaron, decent striker, but she's known for her ground game. Couldn't get it done. Rose, known for her striking, but she will take the fight down to the ground. She tried to. Couldn't do it. Katlyn, striker, couldn't get it done. Jennifer Maia, boxer, couldn't get it done. Silva, no. So we'll see. But this is why, what you see on your screen, this is why Shevchenko's next title defense is going to be appreciated. Had this lady, Manon Fiorot, had a record like Viviane's, I wouldn't even talk about it. The fight went down, I probably wouldn't even make no videos about it. Man, forget it, man. Ain't nobody trying to talk about no fight with no contender like that. What is y'all smoking, man? So good for her. We got Manon Fiorot, Alexa Grasso. Grasso is Grasso. In the other divisions, what do we got jumping off? Juliana Pena, the sad bantamweight division. But they doing better. They're looking better. Now, before I even get started on the bantamweight division, let me say best of luck to Jacqueline Cavalcante, who's probably the most, aside from Kayla Harrison, I would say after Kayla Harrison, is the next most standout at bantamweight. Jacqueline Cavalcante. Now, you already know there's a bunch of people rooting for Cavalcante's demise because she's half black. Boy, you deranged degenerates. I cannot stand you. Like I said, go jump off a bridge somewhere. You already know it. But Jacqueline Cavalcante is a very, very high-level striker who was recently signed to the UFC. She is currently a ranked fighter, ranked at number 14. She's currently ranked at number 14. 2 fights so far in the UFC, won both by decision. After her most recent fight She had me a little frustrated because she holds on. She's too conservative with her offense. And I've been saying her offense is so high level, there's no reason to be conservative. Not that conservative. Girl, let them shots go. Let go of them. Just let them go. Stop holding on. Stop sitting on those shots. Stop sitting on that offense. I'm telling you, these girls don't want to deal with that. So shout out to Cavalcante. What else do we got here? Bantamweight's not doing too bad. Bantamweight's not. And to show y'all how serious I am, the same with Aileen Perez. If she's matched up in her next fight, I don't want to see her lose. She's caused too much hype. I want her to take all that hype to the title, to the champion. I'm talking about Aileen Perez. If she go out there and get smoked in her very next fight, that's going to make WMMA look even worse. That's going to be a bad look for WMMA. But there you go, the dumb twerker done lost. WMMA will get a lot more respect if this goofy twerker can be impressive when she's in there fighting and actually get a title shot, actually earn a title shot. Don't make us look stupid, Aileen. You shaking your butt on camera, you better be shaking your fist behind the scenes in the gym where it count. Now look at this poor division. Look at this poor division. My girl Tainara Lisboa, best of luck to her. Girl, keep up the good work. She is currently 2-0 in the UFC. Keep up the good work. I'm not a degenerate like these other fools. Not gonna sit here, oh, I cannot wait until she gets derailed on the hype train. Like, what type of loser you gotta be? You know what I'm saying? Somebody who ain't even really made no noise. Ain't even hardly ranked. Oh, I can't wait until you lose. You fucking degenerate. Get out of here. I don't know. That's just next level, like Jeffrey Dahmer, like twisted evil. Get out of here, you weirdos. Lord. So good luck to Tainara Lisboa. It was unfortunate that Josiane Nunes couldn't demonstrate. She don't have the style that allows her to capitalize on her power. Josiane Nunes got pretty good power, but I think she's too small for the division. I think she needs to go back to flyweight. Believe it or not, that girl used to fight at flyweight, and I believe she still should fight there. She's just too short. She's too short. It's like a midget in there. And all these new fighters, hopefully they can get themselves together. Hopefully they can, build up some type of, and find a formula. Find a formula that where's that Aileen Perez? Oh, there's Aileen Perez. Boy. The rump shaker herself. And remember, Cavalcante was the former LFA champion. So she know what it's like to have her hand on the belt. Good luck to Lucindo. Even though she's lost already in the UFC, questionable loss. Many people thought she actually won. I was one of those people. I don't think that loss really hurt her, right? That girl's on the roll. Undefeated so far. She's been working with Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes. So hopefully she can keep together and work her way up to a title shot. Karine Silva, like I said, hopefully she can get it together as well. She has to get to the point where she can totally rely on moments like this. You're in a tough fight. You finally get a chance. You got them in some type of position like this. Girl, you better make that submission happen. You better know how to slap that thing on and end that fight. What you ultimately want is to not even find yourself in those slugfests like that. But again, I don't think she's going to be able to make drastic improvements like that. I think Kareem Silva's gonna go on to just be a fighter who's very dangerous on the ground, who's always dangerous and formidable. Put it like that. And I think it's possible, definitely possible, that she gets a title shot one day. I don't think that's out the question. Look at the fighters who've already made it up and gotten a title shot. Many of them have records that are far worse than hers. Okay, title shot is not out the question. And like I said, best of luck, my girl Tatiana Suarez up in here. And again, even though she's the champion, Weili Zhang, good luck to her. I want to see some crazy stuff. I want to see some impressive stuff. If Weili Zhang can break some records for title defenses or do some stuff like that, I want to see it. Good luck to you. Okay? Yeah, I'm not one of these degenerates wishing on fighters' downfall. Fighters I don't even know. What is that going to do for me? Just, blindly wishing for fighters' downfall. Boy, you sick nutters. Dog. Now, we're in the strawweight division. Strawweight. Now, the strawweight is still jam-packed with talent. And I think we're at the point where the most intriguing division, they're going to swap that title often, I think. Strawweight and the flyweight division. You got to pay close attention to both of them because they're always getting new fighters, always coming into the division. Now, I don't think it's likely, but good luck to Pooja Tobar, the Indian fighter who got what a lot of people believe was a gift decision against Rayanne Amanda. I was one of the people who thought Rayanne actually won that fight, but they gave it to Pooja Tomar, and Pooja so far is undefeated in the UFC at 1-0. But I do not think it's going to stay like that. I seriously doubt she's going to fight her way up to a title shot, but we'll see. We'll see about that. What other talent do we have in the strawweight division? Talita Alencar? No. Even though she's undefeated in the UFC, good luck to her. But I don't think she'll make it up there. But good luck to her. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, what do we got? Diana Belbita, Montserrat Reeves, Poliana Viana. No. Juliana Palastri, 1-0 in the UFC. Got my doubts about her too. She's 13-4. Josephine Knudsen, definitely good luck to her. 8-0. Protect this woman right here. Protect this. Listen, stay on it. She's undefeated through and through. Through and through. Okay? For the growth of the sport, keep it like that. Work your way up and get a title shot. Don't take no L's. Don't take no L's. That's what it is. And listen, if you don't have it in you to wish the best for these fighters, you're goofy. You're goofy. You need your head examined. You need help. Lord. Mizuki Inoue. I always enjoyed Mizuki, but man, 2-1 in the UFC. What has she been doing? It seemed like she had more fights than that. Okay, your girl Molly McCann. There. See, now Jacqueline Amorim. Jacqueline, I haven't written her off yet, man. She's formidable. Amorim is formidable, man, and it looked like she's getting better. Isn't she one of those super young fighters as well? Okay. How old is your girl? How old is your girl? We about to find out. Jacqueline Amorum is looking special in there. Oh, she's 29 years old. Okay, 29 years old. But Jacqueline Amorum has some nasty ground game. That's what she is known by, her jiu-jitsu, Brazilian fighter. Who did she lose to here? I forgot that. Well, let me pull this back up. Who did she lose to? If I'm not mistaken, boy, was it? She lost to Sam Hughes. Wasn't it Sam Hughes? She the real body snatcher. Giving all these undefeated fighters. Yeah, it sure was. Sam effing Hughes. She is a little devil. That girl, that's my girl. I like Sam Hughes. Big fan of Sam Hughes. See, this is unfortunate. It's just too bad, you know. But she took that loss. But she's back on the win streak. And look at it. Every fight she won by stoppage. Why would you hope for her downfall? Why would you hope for her demise? We talking about Jacqueline Amorum right now. Look at that. She's currently 9-1. Every fight she won by stoppage. What type of sick degenerate sit back and say, I hope she get knocked off and call her a hype train? May as well. She's unranked just like Natalia Silva was. Amorum is not a ranked fighter. Can you imagine that? Picture that. I'm telling you, these people are sick, man. Picture that. You just sitting back, oh, I hope somebody derails her. A fraud. Boy, you gotta be a degenerate, deprived, lifeless, miserable dirtbag. Be such a degenerate to wish harm and wish the worst for people you don't even know. People, we gotta take over. They trying to turn us into animals. We gotta preserve our humanity. Do not let these people and their animalistic perspectives control the narrative. So good for Jacqueline. Hopefully she can keep up the good work. Make herself or make her way up through the rankings and get a title shot. And look at her. She's one of the more attractive fighters. You telling me she get matched up against Weili Zhang and that's not going to be a big fight? Man, please. People going to be like, whoa. Whoa. Can you imagine her next to Weili Zhang? Now, I'm just saying that because you know how a lot of MMA fans are. They're primarily, get their attention is how attractive a chick is. Good luck to Jacqueline. Right? But who else do we have? I like Yasmin. She's very crisp. She's very sharp, man. Go look at Yasmin. Go watch her work. Yasmin, she's got good quality work in there, man. But I think the girl got a glass jaw. Sadly, I think your girl got a glass jaw. And I think she needs to go to flyweight. Don't want to say that. Is that flyweight I'm talking about? Yeah, flyweight. If y'all remember, there was another fighter who kind of had a glass jaw. But then when they moved up 10 pounds, which is a lot of weight at them lower classes, after they moved up 10 pounds, they was able to take those shots. Able to take the shots after they move up. So hopefully, you know, she could do that. Shout out to the supporters in the building. Salute. Ketlin Souza. And remember, this was a victim of Karine Silva. That's another thing with Karine Silva. No other girl has walked into the cage and had to be taken out on a stretcher. Karine Silva did things a lot of girls haven't done, have never done. That's a standout fight for Karine Silva. You got a prospect like that got girls being carried out the cage on a stretcher, and you just want to blindly wish for their demise, you're sick. That was unfortunate. We lost a killer last night. We lost a killer last night to a goofy record. Arya Ujo's record, her fight record, is goofy as all get up. No disrespect, it's not personal. Right? Shout out to Vivi Araujo, but girl, your record is all kinds of goofy. You record-breaking goofy over there with that record. Okay, let's get back. Where were we? Ketlin Souza. Look, you look good. Good luck to her too. Ketlin Souza is not a bad-looking fighter, man. She looks good in there. Remember, she defeated Yasmin Jauregui. Go refresh your memory with Ketlin Souza. Sharp-looking fighter. Right? Hopefully she can get it together. I personally don't see her doing it, but we'll see what happens. Of course, Denise Gomez. A lot of people are a fan of Denise Gomez, especially after her most recent fight, right? She defeated Karolina Kowalkiewicz, Denise Gomez. But I think as Denise Gomez looks impressive, it makes Loma look even more impressive with the way Loma dealt with her. And I've been behind Loma ever since she's been in the division. Probably the highest level, definitely the best Muay Thai striker, the best clinch fighter in WMMA. Right there, Loma Lookboonmee. Right there. The best clinch fighter in WMMA. These girls need to take notes. It's pretty much guaranteed. You in the pocket with Loma, you about to catch knees, you about to catch elbows, you about to catch all kind of stuff. I don't know why fighters keep going on the inside. Some of them go in there as if that's where Loma's weakness is. They go in there and get tore up. But she should be at atomweight. They need to open that atomweight division. How many of y'all caught the fight? Ayaka Hamasaki. As an old lady, she's still out there doing her thing. And there's been a few fights in the atomweight division. Those little girls be going at it, man. I told you that 10-pound drop, they're just little monsters in there. They got more energy. They're quicker. And there seems to be more action in general with the atomweights. I don't know what the UFC's smoking. They need to hurry up and open that division. And if they do, boy, I'm telling you, Loma at 105, I'm pretty sure she can still make it. Y'all better watch out. Luana Pinheiro, Jillian Robinson. I've said several times, good luck to Jillian Robinson. She's found a formula, it looks like, here in this division. Still got to tighten up her defense. A little over-reliant on takedowns. But I don't know about nobody else. It looked like to me her striking is improving. She seemed to be kind of confident with her striking. Like I said, it looked like a prime Jillian to me. Okay, she, even in her prime, she's not going to look like Weili Zhang in there. But I think we're looking at the best version of Jillian Robinson. I'm positive we are. Especially after the comments she made. I made a video about it. Angela Hill. Now, I don't think Angela ever fight for a title. But she's always game. And listen, I wouldn't have a problem if she fought her way back up there. I've said it before. I think on a good night, she could probably beat anybody. She could beat anybody. But we don't have that many undefeated fighters at all. At all. We just got fighters who could get a good streak and be a good contender. But it's just not that many. Mackenzie Dern, of course, if she were able to do it and become a title contender, would attract a lot of people's attention. But I don't see her having a respectable win streak. She's not about to rack up no 5-6 fight win streak. I don't think that's happening. Amanda Lemos. Amanda Lemos. No. Yeah, she lost to Verna, lost to Weili Zhang, and she was once one of those undefeated prospects, and got knocked out. Not knocked out. She got submitted. She still ended up fighting for the title, but it wasn't as big of a fight as it would have been had she been undefeated. Like I said, it does not help me, the paying customer. It doesn't help anybody to have a raggedy title contender. Simple as that. In WMMA, it seems more likely that you're going to have an unworthy contender anyways. So why hope that the fighters function in a way to guarantee that there's, a contender riddled with all kinds of losses? It reduces the anticipation of the fight. And you're just goofy if you're wishing for something like that. Virna Jandiroba. Good luck to your girl, Virna Jandiroba. If I'm not mistaken, she's not doing too bad right now. This website don't ever update. They never update. I'm surprised they haven't shut that goofy website down by now. Y'all do a good job of displaying photos of everybody in the division, but you don't even update your stuff. Y'all need to step up your game there. Shout out to Verna. She on a 4-fight win streak. Angela Hill, Marina Rodriguez, Lupi Godinez, Amanda Lemos. Sadly, if the fight was announced today that she's fighting Weili Zhang, I don't think it would get that much attention. I don't think it would be, as respected as it would be if she was just straight up undefeated. I just don't think so. Fighter like Verna, if you ask me, has to be like undefeated through and through for people to say, okay, yeah, But as it is, I think people do respect Verna. And, of course, Weili's star power, if they were to make the fight, it would be, somewhat respected, I do believe. Jessica Andrade, no. Yan Xiaonan, now. Her most recent fight was against Weili. She fought for a title already. She cannot deal with Weili's wrestling. So, but up until that point, I was behind Yan Xiaonan. She fought for the strap, but she didn't fight as an undefeated fighter. Do y'all know that was unfortunate? That took away from the fight. I don't know if y'all remember, for a while, Yan had the longest win streak in the division. Y'all remember that? It wasn't that long ago. So that 6-fight win streak. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she got stopped by Carla Esparza. Lost a split decision to Marina Rodriguez. Came back, beat Mackenzie Dern, beat Jessica Andrade by knockout, then got a title shot. This fight would have been much bigger had Yan defeated Carla Esparza, and I don't think she would have even fought Marina Rodriguez had she beat Carla Esparza. It would have been much bigger. And I almost guarantee you that they would have hosted that fight somewhere in China or somewhere in Asia. I think it was Singapore is where they was trying to get it. Undefeated, it makes for a better and bigger and more respected title fight. Going into this fight, a lot of people were like, she just got mauled by Carla. This fight is over. Right? Oh, she lost split decision to Marina Rodriguez. It took away from the intrigue of the fight. So, goofies, stop wishing Stop, sitting back celebrating the demise of potential contenders. So that's my list. And the message is clear. And I'm dead serious about that over here. If there's a prospect, if there are prospects out there, support the prospects. Support the Now, you're free to support whoever you want. I just want to clarify. Prospects taking L's don't help. It does not help. They're counterproductive. It makes the sport worse, period. Do you know what that does? It guarantees that the champion will fight nothing but flawed contenders. Guarantees that all the fighters, all the title contenders that the champion fights, it guarantees they're all flawed. You'll never get an undefeated title contender ever. Which means also what? That the champion could have like 10 victories, be on a 10-fight win streak. And every opponent they face lost every other fight. Do you know how horrible that would look? That's not how you build no division. That's not how you build a sport. You support, you get behind the prospects, goofies. Hopefully y'all learned something today. Those of you who are not already aware. And I will land my plane there.